Record. All right, so here you're going to see all the elements of design, all the principles of design at play. Okay, now there are logistics. I just put it there. I've not determined what I'm going to do. How do you design a banner when you have to design a banner? First, just go online. Delivery. No, let's just do social media design. Yeah. Now, what you're going to see is a lot and lot and lot of things, right? So you want to determine what your layout will look like by going through these images. All right. I'm seeing something interesting here. Look at this. This is really nice. I like it. Yeah, let's do something like this. Okay. How many of you are okay with this style?
I am.
Although
Looks good.
it looks very fashion relatable, we can twist it to look like something we want to do. Okay, but let me
Yes,
see if we
it
can
will
find
work.
something else. Okay, no time. Let's just move with this. All right. So this is how I do actually. I go up and down. I'll probably scroll for
Someone is
long
asking a
because we don't have
question.
a lot of time. All right. What's the question?
The person says, how do you make the background picture dark in the previous design?
I added a rectangle, right? So this is the picture. This is the picture on its own.
Someone was saying transparency.
Yeah,
I think that
transparency.
works too.
Yeah. So that's what I did actually. I added a rectangle, increased it to fill the page, change the color to black, reduce the transparency. Now it's covering everything. So I just took it backward and backward. And then I changed the color of logistics to white, like here. That's exactly what I did. So if that what I did the next time was I changed the next one to white to make it bright. Okay. So yeah, that's what people do in case you didn't know that trick. All right. So hope I answered your question very well. Now, what we are looking for is we want to find a good layout to design our banner. Okay, so I really like this circle thing because it has a feel of Okada bike, like circle thing. But I mean, it doesn't always have to be like your caption, your layout idea does not need to be too deep. It can be simply something straightforward. Okay, so let me let's go ahead. We are using this as our illustration, our inspiration. Okay, so let me open the image. All right. Now, I was telling you, how do you copy an image verbatim? Okay. I'm going to show you. What am I doing here? I'm copying. So I just right clicked and I clicked copy. Okay. I'm coming here to my Instagram, to my design, pasting. Okay. Now, obviously, this thing has covered the whole page. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make it as big as I want. Yeah. I'm going to make it cover the whole page. So what I need to do now is increase the size of this thing. Right, so that it will kind of cover the page. Okay, I hope you get what I'm doing, you guys.
I do.
You do. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so it's somewhere here, which is good. Now, right? Look at these people. Where did they put their logo? I'm teaching you how to copy, right? Their logo is somewhere here, obviously, right? Now, if you can see none of their text is even outside this line. So it's actually a good thing that Canva is helping you do. Okay, and if you notice, the layout is such that image is on the left, text is on the right. Okay, so let's use if you want it fast call DR, right? We'll add our text. Now, what do we do to this image? We reduce the transparency so that we can see our designs. Okay, okay. If you want it fast, come again. What do you say?
Sorry, someone else.
Okay. If you want it fast, okay. If you want it fast, call. So what we'll do is I'm thinking. Okay, so let's just do this. Yeah, if you want to fast code your, I feel like I'm hyping myself with this caption. Okay. So now obviously our text is already coming out of that space, so we want to bring it in a little. Okay. If you want to fast, call DR. It's supposed to be the mainest thing on our design, right? What's the next thing? We want to have our image. All right. So what's going to work? A frame. Go to frame, search, insert circle frame, right? Make it as big as this circle. Okay, it's too big. Okay. Yeah, so this works, right? Now, what's the image we're looking for? The reason I'm going to raw pixels and co is because they have like royalty-free images. So let me find, let's check Unsplash. Unsplash also, I'll send you a link with all of those images. There's another website I use, Visual Hunt. So you will find a lot of images. Let's do delivery. Obviously, because of the caption, you can see if you want it fast, call DR. So we need to show something. We need an image of something that is moving fast, right? I mean, this image will have worked really, really perfectly, but we don't want to use bike because we are faster than Okada. I mean, we are faster than bicycle. So
We use Flash
Hmm.
to delete.
come again.
Mm.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So we're trying to find the right image. This will work, I think, because it's showing helmets and stuff like that. But let's see if we can find a better one. I'm trying to be quick because we don't have a lot of time. Kilo. Oh, did they not type delivery? Okay. This visual hunt, you will see plenty things that might not make sense, but they have a very, very wide range of images. So just try to look around. You also see some very awkward things, but sometimes. So let's just do logistics and see if we'll find something that works. No. Bike.
I actually thought I
Helmet.
saw a bike that could work at the beginning.
Oh, at the beginning. Oh, the previous search. Oh, this one.
No,
Hmm. Okay, because of time, we'll just use this image. Yeah. Now, what do we do? Paste. Okay. What's this thing? Hide. So we come to our design, paste here. As you're pasting, anything you paste is going to come to your upload. So you can see this thing uploading. So if you paste an image, it's going to upload. Okay. So what do? Drag it into the rectangle. Yeah. But it still doesn't have the exact same effect that we have. What are we going to do next? Who has an idea?
We put a
Add
circle.
a
Add a
circle.
circle, sharp.
Another circle.
Exactly. So just add another circle that is the exact color of your background. Okay. So let's say the background is white. So we'll just change this to white. Okay. And so we have the effect, but I don't know. I feel like I wanted to have more space. So maybe I should just do this. Right. So I mean, sometimes you can copy verbatim, but I think I just wanted to have a little more space. All right. So that's why I'm doing this. I wish this guy was facing us, right? See, trust me, another thing you want to pay attention to is your images. They do a lot, a lot. They can change how effective or ineffective your design is. So sometimes you can actually go on Google and just search for the image. It's just that you see so many things. You might not find a royalty-free image, right? So you can just pray to God that it's like I mean, some people do it. I don't advise it. Sometimes I do it, but I don't usually do it if it's a serious client. If it's like, oh, this, let me just assist you. I can do it. But if it's a serious client, they can sue them. And if they sue them, they'll call you. If they call you, sorry. So try to avoid things like that. So if I see an image like this, it's obviously a Shutterstock image, right? Um,
Someone,
Someone wants to
someone,
know
Someone wants to know what?
what
How
it
to
means
read.
for something to be royalty free.
Ah,
she said, how do you know a
Okay,
royalty-free
sorry.
image?
English.
okay. How do you know a royalty free image? So typically, when you come to settings, right, you go to search settings. Isn't search settings? I'm not even sure. Sorry about that. How do you know royalty free image? So typically, there are websites that their images are royalty free or licensed, like they are free to use. I'll send you a list of those websites, right? But on Google, Google is a mixture of all manner of things. So that's why if you search on Google, sometimes you would see they will put information here to say stuff like, see, images may be subject to copyright. Can you see that? So compared to an image like this, where we saw, yeah, image may be subject to copyright. So it's either the people actually took the pictures themselves or they actually downloaded it from a royalty-free site, from a site where they paid for it. Do you get? So you want to be careful about that, right? That's why I just usually stay safe within the royalty-free image is location. Another thing that we can also do, because it's possible, copy this image. Okay. Now, Dara, on the free version, you can remove background, yeah?
No, you
You
can't.
can't. Okay. So on the pro version, you can remove background, but there's a website, remove.bg, right, where you can remove the background of your images. Okay. So let me just download this file. What I want to do is, if you can remove this background and have this guy alone, right? We'll see what that can do. I think it will be nice. That's another idea, obviously. So we can see what remove.bg does with that. So drop a file. I'm going to click it, drop it. Let's hope it does something really good. Yay, it did. Okay. So if you download HD, so I have to log in. Okay, I've never used this thing before. So anyways, this is how you can do it, Sha, right? I don't have this account, but I just wanted to show you that you can do it online, right? So I'm just going to import this image. Let me duplicate this, right? I'll delete this because I'm not using this again, of course. So but I'm just creating another variation of something that we can do, right? I will come to effects. Once the image has finished loading, you'll see the effects will show. Okay. Now, other effects, there are a lot of things you can do. In fact, you can change this image. You'll not even know it was Canva that they used to design it. Okay. So removing the background now. Aha. So yeah, it has worked. Now, because of the way this image is, I will not now put it here. Why? Because it just looks as if you cut this guy and you didn't cut him wrong. Okay. So I'm going to put him somewhere in the corner, to my left, to my right. Or better still, I'll flip him horizontally so they can stay on my left. Okay. But whatever it is, it must be on the corner. All right. Now this thing just has a weird effect of notes of that it looks unserious. It looks like there's something here that is not working. Can you see it? So honestly, there are many ways to do it, but I don't have a lot of time. We're like 9 minutes away. But I want us to finish one at least, right? So if you want to fast call there, that's the biggest thing. Now, because we're using a different design entirely, it means you can play with the layouts, right? Play with the layout in such a way that it doesn't necessarily need to look like this. Okay. So, oh my, I'm sorry. So let me delete this. Okay. Now, what we can do is, instead of call dr, we can actually have, if you want it fast, let me align this to the right because our text is aligned, because this image, sorry, okay, center aligned. Let me align it to the right. Okay. If you want it fast, let me bring it to the corner. Call, I'll just do it this way. Okay. So it feels like is part of the same sentence. Yeah. If you want it fast. If you want it fast. There's supposed to be a comma. If you want it fast, call their logistics. Okay. And I think it should be on another line actually. But all of this you should have figured out before now, but let's just keep it this way because we don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to drag this down. Now, we need to work on our background. Apart from that, okay, so we're supposed to do another one where we had the caption that said here and there. Where is it? Sorry, I'm coming, guys. Okay, GR Logistics delivering here and there. Okay. Okay, so GR Logistics delivering here and there, right? Now, so we have our logo here, nice, right? But this time, because of the nature of the design that we're doing, we're having GR Logistics big, the logo big, because the caption is kind of together with the logo, okay? So we're going to keep this here, yeah? Now, if you notice, I'm trying to give space here so that the space on the left and on the right are kind of equidistant in the sense that they are very similar. Okay. Now you see how from copying one design, I eventually did something a little different, not exactly copying, but it gave me a good starting point. At least I copied these elements from them, right? It doesn't mean I'm going to copy every other thing, but let's see. So I'm going to have my details, the website logo, www.drlogistics.com. Okay. Now I'll copy their location for the logo. And now, if you notice, instead of copying it, you can see the alignments, this line on their own design, right? So obviously, if I'm changing the location of this, it means I'm going to align everything to the left like this. Can you see how when you move it, Canva shows you that, okay, now you're aligned. Okay. So that's exactly what I want to do. I'm going to make it a little bigger because I don't want anybody to miss it, but it's maybe not too big because you start competing with the other information. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Yeah. What else am I adding? Social media and all those details. Okay. So I'm going to come to here and search Instagram. So I want to use the Instagram icon. I will click on this, change the color to red because our logo is red and our brand color is red. Now, this Instagram logo icon is so big, but it doesn't need to be this big. So I'm just going to reduce it. I need to zoom in a little so I can reduce it because I want to retain this font size. Yeah. So I'll duplicate this and change. Now, what I want to do is another thing that I want to tell you. If you're using icons, please let your icons be uniform. Uniform in the sense that if you're using colored icons, maintain colored icons. If you're using single colored icons, maintain single colored icons. So don't use something like this for Instagram, then now use something like this for Twitter. Okay. How do I do this now? No, see. If you want to use single, okay, so let me explain it this way. For example, this is a colored logo, right? If I want to use this, I will use this. And then if I want to put Instagram, I'll use the colored Instagram as well. The one that is almost the exact same size and same, you get, so that they'll be uniform, right? But if I'm not using this, I don't need to. If I'm using the single line icon, I need to find the Twitter icon that is just like that as well. Okay. Why? So that I can change the color to red so that they'll be uniform. Do you get? Obviously, I'm doing this because I just want everything to be uniform, everything to have the red feel. It doesn't mean that every single time you must be changing the icons and all of that. Okay. So next we have Twitter, Instagram. What's the next thing? Websites. So when you see www, you know his website, all right? So you don't necessarily have to add the website icon, but because we're already having icons on a separate line, it will be weird if the website doesn't have. Well, it won't be weird, but yeah, it won't be weird actually. We can leave that. Yeah. So we just have this for Instagram and Twitter and then separate them. So we have social media separate from websites, although we are still going to put them in the same hierarchy in the sense that they will be together because they are all contact details. Okay. So I'm going to have a DR logistics. Please, are you following me so far? Are you confused at any point? Is there anything that you don't understand? No.
I'm following.
Nice, thanks. So I mean, you can actually just do if it's the same handle, you can just put Twitter and Instagram on the same line. Okay. But if it's not, if they're not the same icon, you can just separate this and then put it. But for this brand, they are the same. So because we're intentional, you know. So I'm just going to drag it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Maybe reduce it just a little so that it's not competing with the website size, although they're all going to be like small together. Okay. So contact details, websites. All right. Then phone number, obviously, because we want people to be able to order online as well. So let me just duplicate this. Now, phone number, obviously, when you see phone number, you know you have to call it. It's not for any other thing. So you might not necessarily need to put phone icon, but if you want to, that's fine.
Over email.
Exactly. Yeah, email as well. When you see an email, there's a way emails are that you just know it's an email, right? So you don't necessarily have to put the icon, but it's not bad if you do. Okay, so let's just for the sake of this class, let me actually put all the icons. Okay, I'm just telling you that if I was the one, I wouldn't necessarily have to put all of that. So DR logistics. Okay, then phone number. So phone icon, we should use this so you can change the color to red. Okay, another thing is make sure that all your icons have similar size, so don't let one be so big and then the rest will be so small. Okay, so let them maintain the same line, the same size. Okay, very important. Email is what's next. All right, add, change color, red. All right, so drag it to the right place. Maybe reduce it just a bit. Keep this 100 now. Reduce it just a bit so that they can be. Aha! Can you see the line has come to tell me that now everything's aligned? So I'm going to duplicate this. Hi at drlogistics.com. Okay. So there you go. You have all the details. Okay. So I'm just going to group them together because proximity. Okay. So we'll have all the details of this here together. All right. Another thing that I want to do now is to create now I can delete this because we're not using this, to create contrast with the font. Okay, so it feels like we're using the exact same font here, the same font here, same font here, everything same font, right? We want to create some, I mean, we've created hierarchy with the thickness and size, but I want to do a little more by creating hierarchy with the text, with the font size. All right, so I'm going to try to use a different type of font, maybe another sans font actually, yeah, so that they don't feel too far away, delivering here and there. I'm not sure. Now, because delivering here and there has a funny vibe, right? So you might want to use a handwriting font. Okay. So let's see what handwriting fonts we can use. A handwriting font that does not have headache, right? That is pretty clear. Let's see. Delivering here and there. Not yet. No, I think we like this porcelain. I think this might work. I'm just not very sure, but I think it will. So it just feels really weird, actually, and I don't know why. But
Don't like it.
no. So actually, it worked. It worked better with the other one.
Yes.
So now what we can do then is, because we want this to be sharp, what we can do then is do something like add a shape. Okay. So because we want delivering here and there to actually pop, you get, and not just be lost in all the grooving that's going on here. So we can do something like this. All right. Then take it down and change the color. Maybe make this white. Okay. And then change the color of this to maybe something on the banner. Remember, green and red are even complementary. So your brand is going to pop during Christmas. So come to elements. Sorry, change color. Right. Now I told you when you import an image, it comes with photo color. So to pick colors from that from the picture. So we can see this green from the picture. We can just apply it. Okay. Now it really feels very
But I think you should reduce the
thick.
square
Yeah.
because it
Let's
is
reduce
yeah.
it so that the space is, yeah. So now it even feels like, but let me just be sure that everything is aligned. Maybe what I can do is keep this as the green instead, yeah, and make this a yeah. So this is calmer. Let me see if this works with red actually, but then I don't want it to be too red. So wow, I've never been confused when I'm designing like this before.
Oh,
But
black.
black, let's see what black looks like. Okay,
Green is better.
I think the green is better. So we'll just keep the green. Okay.
But
Um,
I want to make it work because everything looks so serious right now.
come again. What do you
Like
say?
I feel like a different font for the delivering here and
Delivering
there
here and there, yeah. I was thinking
will be
about it too.
better because everything looks so serious right now. And
Yeah. So the reason why it looks serious is because of the people we're trying to reach, right? I mean, when obviously the business is trying to aim at business people, do you get? And business people are really about the money. They don't have time for fancy stuff, right? They just really want to get stuff. How is your? Sorry, I'm coming. So let me bring this up a little just to separate it from this element. Let me take this down to the lowest point, right? So that's one of the reasons why this is like this. Another thing is, so you might, let me try and see if there's a script font that can work. No, that's too fancy for playlists. No.
then the E could be small letter too.
Yeah,
So
it should be. So maybe we can make this, okay, they don't have a bold version of this, but maybe something bigger and reduce the line height. So I mean, If I was alone, I'll typically have had a lot of time to think about it and just ruminate and say, should I use this? Should I not use this? But we don't have a lot of time. So, but I really hope that you have a good idea of what to do. So I'm just trying to make it a little brighter. Okay. Yeah. So basically, the reason why this text is going to work well is because we have a good image that is portraying exactly what we're doing. All right. I'm not very sure that this image does the job perfectly, but it's better than any other thing that we've seen. And because of the time constraints, we couldn't go too far to find a perfect image. But typically, that shouldn't be like a problem. We can try and see if this will work. Now, imagine we're going to design something like this, except this time we're actually working with one image. Okay. So let me duplicate this, or let me duplicate this. Okay. Now we're not using this, we're not using this, we're not using this. Okay. We're changing the caption entirely. Right. I'm going to paste this image. Control V. Drag, fill up the space. Right. Now the good thing about this kind of image is it gives you a lot of space to do stuff. Right. Now, because we don't want this guy to show as a white guy because we're in Nigeria, Canva, I think it's a pro feature, but you can actually edit this image and you will not even know that it's this guy. Okay. So let's assume that, because obviously our brand is red and black. So I want to change this to a dual tone image, and a dual tone image that is just red and black. But why am I not seeing red and black? This is like pink. Okay. There's a feature here.
See all.
See all, yeah, let me see all. So there's no red one. Cherry is the reddest one. But you should, there's a feature where you can actually change the color. Yeah, it's dual tone. So let me show you. It's a website online where you can actually change the image. What's the name of this website? I've used it before. Sorry, guys. Let me find the. Okay, so effects. See all. I'm trying to find Doton online. Let me see if I'll find it. Okay, let me see. Aha, this is it. Right. So you just come here, for example. What's our red? The red of this our logo is BF0E0E. Okay. So I'm going to come here. BF0E0E. Yeah. And then I'll change this to black. I think black is FFF000. Okay. Now, upload image. Okay, so I'm going to download that image. Sorry, let me download this image first. Download medium. Then I'll upload from my downloads folder. Okay. Aha, so I'm downloading it. Now what this thing has done is it has changed the color of this thing from whatever it is right now to black and red. So I'm just going to import it into my, obviously when we have this, right, it means that our logo is not going to be red because it's on a red background. So our logo is going to be white and the text will be black. Okay. So we're going to send this to the back. Okay. Change the color of our logo. Obviously reduce the size because of the nature of this banner. Change the color to white so that it won't get missing in action. Then Oh, I forgot that we have plenty other elements inside. So because of time, I'm going to try to be quick. It's already past 10. I am very sorry that I've delayed you this long. Okay, so let me just ungroup this for this purpose. Right, change this to white. Okay, and group it back. So obviously, when you're designing the logo, you will have different, you will have the different colors ready made so that you don't have to do this every single time. So I'm going to change this to white. Okay, so go back to fit. All right, so we see we still have the same logo, DR Logistics. All right, and then we have our details. And because of this, because of the way this image is set up, we want our images, we want our text to be on the left, because this guy is obviously somewhere here. If you want, you can even bring this our logo to this black place, just to work with the image that we have. Do you get? That's not like a thing that you must always do, but sometimes some images give you the opportunity to have fun. So why not? Okay, so now you're obviously going to have to change the text, the color of your text for every single one of them to white. Same thing with the icons. Okay, now I'm giving you all of this to help you realize that like there are many ways you can go about it. Okay, so let's just say if you want it fast, you can actually just leave it as if you want it fast, as like our if. Okay, let's just say for when you want it fast. Okay, so this can just be the design for when you want it fast. Let me see for when you want it fast. Okay, so you know what? I'm not sure I'm interested in doing this thing with this. Let me just keep my logo somewhere simple. Okay. I mean, okay, maybe it will have worked if I did this. If I did this, just because, sometimes it doesn't work, but at the moment it's actually working. So why not? Okay. And the reason why is because that place is really dark. So it's going to be, the contrast is going to be so much better. All right. But let me move this just a little to the right. All right. So for when you want it fast, right? Something we can do is change the text for fast, because it's kind of like the when you want it fast. Okay, so we'll change the text of this to something fast. Let's see if there's such a thing as fast. Of course not. Well, let's see. Actually, who knows? Okay, so no such thing. So let's see if there's a handwriting font that can work. Monotone, buffalo. So monotone actually worked, right? I don't know if this is very clear enough. Let me see. For when you
The
want it.
bright sunshine.
The bright sunshine is a font. Let me see. I'm gonna be curious. The bright sunshine is a font.
You
I thought
passed
that's
it.
what you clicked on now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've passed it.
So yeah, there
Yep.
was one bright sunshine something.
Okay. Okay, I can't find it. But let's just see if we can find something else that's no, hell no. Something
This
that,
one looks fast.
oh, bright sunshine. Ah, let me see. Doesn't really have the effect I want it to have.
Yeah.
But the
So
last one before this one looked really
yeah, I
nice.
think it did
I
actually.
actually like it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I liked it too. I'm just trying to be Oliver Twistish, but because we don't have a lot of time, I'm just going to stick to that. Okay. So I mean, this will work perfectly as your banner design. Same company, different approaches. Okay. No. This is not part of it too. So obviously, you first have to arrange it. If you want it fast, Claudia. Okay, so we are actually out of time. I'm sorry for delaying you so much. What I'll do is, or what I can do is, I'll give you guys an assignment. We can have a separate class where I will go like through a revision of the assignment. So the assignment is design a logo for a brand and come up with social media assets for the brand. So basically advertising the brand, come up with your copy, come up with your caption. If it's a business that you know, fine. If it's a business that you're creating, fine. Anyhow you want to do it. So come up with a logo for your brand and two social media assets, one Instagram, one Insta story. Okay. Now there's something I didn't do. I didn't show you how to duplicate the same banner for different formats. Okay. So let's assume that I want to use this for Insta story now. You don't have to recreate it. Okay. All you need to do is copy. Well, you have to recreate it, but just not like, I'll show you what you can do. Right. This is the last thing I'll do, and then we'll close. If you have any questions, you can say before this thing loads. Okay. All right. So simply paste. Yeah. Now, when you paste it, it's going to look something like this, obviously. But you're going to make sure that the most important part of this banner shows. What's the most important part? The bike guy is the most important part. So by all means, he must show, right? If you use a picture like this and you keep this, it doesn't make any sense, right? So that's one thing you always want to make sure you're doing if you're resizing. The most important elements must be there. Okay. So I'm going to come back here and copy everything. So I'm just going to copy, Control C, and then Control V here. Okay. So we have the same information, except this time we're just going to arrange it differently. Okay. So I'm going to make this bigger and maybe bring this up a little because I don't want it to interfere with the guy. Okay. Make the logo just a little bigger because this format is very different from the one that we just had, and then increase this a little, right? Probably put it on another line, but I'll bring this down, and maybe I'll actually just put this on the lowest place. I can actually still keep it where it was actually, and then bring this down here and keep the logo on the left. Okay, I mean it works. So for when you want it fast. So I want this. Okay, hey, logistics has disappeared with DRO. Let me join it back together. So I should have grouped this actually, but I don't have energy to do that now. We're about to close. So same banner. Now it looks like this thing is not very clear here. Okay. So what you want to do in this kind of case is maybe you can do the trick, create a rectangle, right? And just do an extra black overlay under so that it's very clear. And what you want to do is create a black overlay. So just reduce the opacity. So the text under it is going to be very clear. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it down. Can you see that it's much clearer than it was because of this black overlay that we put? Okay, and maybe I can even stretch it out because it's still showing the bike guy. Now, GC. So using the same banner, the same design, just in a different format. What it means is that you're going to rearrange your text element. So let me centralize this a little. So we have the same distance up here and down here. And then we have all our texts prioritized, left aligned very, very nicely. And then we have our image. Okay. I'm going to stop here because I know that I've taken a lot of time already. So any questions before we call it a day? Crayfish. Yeah, a day. Anyone? No questions. Please don't be shy if you have a question.
So I wanted to ask how you made a clipping mask of that bike image and then you put it in a circle.
Oh yeah,
Was
it's a
that-
feature called frame. So this is what I did. Add page. You just come here to check, search for frame. Once you get a frame, insert the frame. When your frame is here like this, if you put a circular frame, once you come to your photos, insert a photo. Once you drop it inside, it's going to enter the frame. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So how do you like you put it in the borders of the circle without a fill? I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
No, you just
Like-
once you put the picture on top, once you drag the picture into the shape, it's going to add automatically.
Okay. Thank you,
You
sir.
understand? Yeah. You're welcome. Any other question? No question. So if you have enough time, design a brand, design a logo, come up with creatives for the logo, you can share with me. I will schedule another time where I can go over all the designs. But if not, I mean, if you're unable to do it, it's fine, no problem. But if you can't do it, it's good. You can also design stuff, share online, tag, design with DR online. And I'm thinking of what else I can add. I'll share those links to those resources on the WhatsApp group. And what else can I give you? I'll share as many things as I can give you on the group. What else? What else? What else? Except prayer. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Have
Thank you so
an amazing.
much.
Week.
Thank you so much. God bless you
You're welcome.
abundantly.
Amen. 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 All right, you guys. Thank you for being present. Have a wonderful day.
Do we have another class?
I will communicate on the group. It won't be like a class. It will just be like going over the designs that you send in.
All right, all right. Thank you
So
so
I'll
much.
communicate the time on the
Yeah.
group. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys.
Thank you so
Have
much.
a good night.